So many of them end like that. Hey folks, Automatic here for Automatic Games. Hope this stream finds you well. I'm doing well. Kind of figured let's keep trucking with Battlestar. After all, we are pretty close to the end. I'm about to do something haphazard though. Before I get to that, in the last stream we just did one battle, and that was over here at Canceron. And I guess we've resolved issues with their government now. They had been negotiating with Cylons, and even during the battle they had ships present that weren't participating in it, which is always helpful. Towards the last part, they did start to participate a bit. While we're here, let's look to the Canceron fleet, or any fleet for that matter, that could use repairs. Sierra Madre. Okay. Jeez, this fleet, I guess, is Fleet Group Pycon. It's got Commander Greeley aboard the Sierra Madre. The distinction there is Greeley's been with us since the beginning. I know he may have technically the same rank as some of the others, but to me, he's almost Fleet Admiral. Just to me, though. So it really doesn't raise his pay grade or anything like that. You know, he's a commander, and we're just kind of having him do the work. Kind of guy that's already trained a few prospective fleet admirals, and we still won't give it to him. Because we're colonial fleet. And a pay raises. Well. Okay, so that is all the repairs we need to do. I haven't done any of the quote-unquote housekeeping in terms of the fleets that have seen battle recently, like the fleet group Virgon over there. They got decimated. They haven't received their backup ships, even though we have some heavy hitters over here. And even fleet group Canceron lost a few ships, if I'm not mistaken. Get the focus off of him, because that's weird. There we go. Yeah, they most definitely lost 2 ships. None of their flagships, though. I'm gonna hazard to guess that they probably lost a Manticore or some light carriers or something. Because, yeah, their 3 heavy hitters are still in it. And during that fight, the Osiris, which is an older Battlestar than their flagship, the Osiris just finally had enough, turned to face the enemy, got into close quarters, and prevailed. The Pyrenees, you can't blame the commander, because the Pyrenees was in bad shape, so it kind of had to look to itself, and it also played the part of protecting the rest of the fleet to some extent. Anyhow, they need more ships to kind of round out their fleet. In terms of all that housekeeping, I feel, although this isn't exactly rushing the aid to those 2 fleets that they require, I feel like I should just give this battle a try with the fleet that's there. And I had some hesitation about doing that, because the fleet that's there, fleet group, I can't even read that. Either way, let's look at the officer. Commander Watterson. Where does it say what group he's in charge of? Yeah, okay, BSG 92. So Watterson's command ship is called the Kunlun. It's not a brand new Battlestar. It's certainly not antiquated yet. The troubling thing with his fleet, I suppose, is it's just not set up for a big battle. I feel like it's taken losses, and we've replaced those lost ships with with corvettes. Hey, Death Rabbit. Good to see you. Appreciate it. And also my pleasure. Judah, how are you? Hello, all you beautiful people. I'm going to slide myself into that category. I'll go with beautiful. Isn't it? You might wonder how I do it. Pantene Pro V, my friends. No. So yeah, this is his fleet. He's got an older Battlestar called the Kunlun. He's also got a frigate with him. Like, so no... I mean, they call these all capital ships, but I mean, we're talking the difference between, like, corvettes. I'm talking modern day Navy now. We're talking the difference between, like, corvettes and destroyers. You know, you want to put those in one group. Versus carriers. Or heavy cruisers. Since we don't use battleships all so much anymore. So really, he's only got one of those. The Kunlun. Then he's got a frigate. Then he's got a support ship and a combat ship spot, which is interesting. So that means he's got 2 supply ships. The rest are corvettes. Albeit corvettes that have a ton of experience. They've been in many major engagements. In fact, this whole fleet has, except for the supply ships. But that's what we got. I feel like since they are Fleet Group Caprica, and this mission is at Caprica, it'd be a dick move for me to have Fleet Group Pycon come in and clean up their mess. I feel like they should get first crack at it. And if they lose, then I'll come up with another plan or reinforce this fleet and try again. I hope I don't lose, but I'm not. I know I'm giving myself a hell of a challenge here. I think we'll make up for our deficit with nukes. I'll just let that marinate. And I think we'll end the turn. Which again, I feel bad because if we lose the battle, then I'd have to do all this housekeeping again. And I don't want to do that. So here we go.
Battlestar Group is under attack.
I don't want to get into other fights. Now, this is, quote-unquote, Admiral Greeley's fleet. It's 12%, so it's under my bar to just auto-resolve. I hope he doesn't lose any ships, though. No, he doesn't. And here we are. Oh, shoot. You know what I didn't do? I didn't do the mission briefing. Well, now I feel really remiss. Glad to hear it, Judah. My Pantene is always well. Yes, ma'am. I don't remember how to spell it. That was more like a flashback thing. We don't really have Pantene. I think it's Pantine, if I remember correctly. It was all the rage for a while there, so yeah, I'm gonna postpone. That's nuts. Okay, so we have minor housekeeping. We gotta look to Greeley's fleet group Pycon, and whatever was damaged, let's start repairs on that. And I guess throughout these series of blunders, we're gonna miss this mission, whatever it was, hostile contact. That's not an uncommon mission, and it's not a vital one. And in fact, I've done it in this playthrough, so it'd be kind of repeating a mission, albeit at a different place with a different fleet. And the enemy fleet would be slightly different. Same gist. Okay, here we go for the briefing. Agathon?
Admiral Sarkis launched the Galactica from this very deck. Sinan's first ship completed under the Jupiter project, and it disappeared pretty much immediately after deployment. Commander, no evacuation orders have been given to the civilians at Caprica Terminal. We have to assume they are still present at the site. Kane is returning before deployment. She'll join us on deck for the operation.
Okay. So we have civilians potentially on the station, and we're here to well, link up with a ship that's been missing for a while. It's supposedly been handed back to us, or our enemies have told us that, hey, your ship's back. Did you notice that? It's kind of sus, but whatever. Um, Fair enough. What's the name of this particular Battlestar? Oh, okay, this one's called the Galactica. Let's see. Capricorn authorities have had no communication with station staff for at least 20 hours. Civilian presence expected at this site. Well, those two sentences seem to contradict each other to some extent. Battlestar Galactica's status at objective coordinates is unknown. Well, hopefully it's not hostile, right, or something like that. Now, let's try this again. Of course, the Cylons get to attack first.
Base star group has been detected.
Colonial Fleet 73. Where is this battle? Pycon again. This time it's a 10% bar. I think the fleet's been repaired, so we'll auto-resolve without losing any ships. Good. And now, we'll give Watterson's BSG 92, that's this fleet group, a try. His fleet is just underprepared for this. I'm treating it kind of like a first response. Like, who else are you gonna send? It's Battlestar Galactica showed up again, and we have ships there. Well, shit, let's use those ships, despite the fact that 4 of them are little corvettes. Little corvettes that can carry nukes. This could get expensive. I might get out of control with the nukes here. And just hope that the Cylons aren't sending like an anti-missile fleet. Because Lord knows I ran into that. It's kind of paper, rock, scissors. Except for with more options than 3. For instance, you got a heavy fighter fleet that's just got a lot of fighters. A lot of carriers and fighters. And you might, it's random, but you might run into a Cylon fleet that specializes in destroying fighters. And while their guns won't be great on your ships, once the fighters are gone, it's kind of like, wow, damn, that was my one trick with that fleet. Okay, let's give the flagship a nuke. They've got 2 fighter squadrons, Viper Mark IIs, so the newer ones. That's the Kunlun. The Venus is the frigate. Really want you to have a nuke? I think so. And they've also got a Raptor squadron, which can, of course, fly. I don't know. It's not a fighter, right? It's more of a troop transport. And has some tech on it. The support ships will carry a nuke apiece. They can't fire them, but they can transport them over to larger ships once they fire off their nukes. Now, I wonder if I should be serious about giving all these corvettes a nuke. I think that if me, I'm almost thinking torpedoes, unguided ordnance, just in case. Or maybe I'll mix it up. I don't know. Let's give them torpedoes, though. That way, even if they can jam our signals, those things will hit or miss, depending on how they're initially aimed. Let's do it with... Well, maybe I'll give some of them nukes. We got a weird setup here. I don't know if I'll keep it yet. Yeah, we'll give you torpedoes. Actually, here's what I'll do. I'll give the 2 corvettes on the inside nukes. The ones on the flanks will give unguided torpedoes, just assuming they're going to be closer to the enemy when the enemy shows up. That's my thinking behind that. So you're on the flank, you get torpedoes. here on the inside. So we'll give you a nuke. And that's quite a few nukes. Alright, now in terms of fleet positioning, composition, if you will. Honest person would say I would before I'd call it fleet positioning. Or fleet composition is just what ships are in it, aren't they? I'm gonna stick with fleet. I just talk, you know? It's a stream, so I feel like I ought to. Although, I'm still thinking about streaming Lego Star Wars, and I'm kind of like, I don't know if I'd want to talk during that. There's a lot of talking in that game. Only downside about it is it was made for kids, so it's just not a very hard game, but man, it's kind of fun. I don't know, let's get this guy way out here on the flanks. I truly don't know. Same deal on this side. Here's the Corvette with the nuke. He's going to be a little closer to the fleet. The one with torpedoes way out on the end, enjoying the view. And I don't usually spread out my fleets like this, but we're doing something different. Are these civilian ships? Okay. Alright. It's a friendly place, and I think the Battlestar is down there. Here we go. It's not a friendly place.
Prepared to jump in 3, 2, 1. Sir, lots of contacts on the board, but no IFF handshakes. None of them are moving either.
Have your forces proceed to the terminal, Commander. I will monitor their progress along with Lieutenant Agathon.
Hold on. None of them are moving. So they're all in good shape, yeah? Yeah, they have all their armor. Yeah, okay. Okay, and here is the Battlestar Galactica. Finally. I think once, if I get control of this, then I'll just start producing ships of that class. So far I haven't. Battlestar here is a little older. It's 2 generations or older. Well, she ordered us to get up in there. So that's what we'll do.
Yes, Commander.
I think I'm going to add some extra plating to the right and left sides of our flagship, courtesy of our supply ships.
Launching drones.
I feel like, since the Corvettes can go rather quick, I feel like they should go for it. And by that, I just mean get up in there. Don't want to hit the civilian ship. And we want to go fast, I think. Might as well get him up there. Quick like. So we'll fire up the thrusters. That'll give us more distance. Again, we're not colliding with any civilians. Good stuff. I don't know. Send these guys in too. I think that'll do. Should I launch fighters yet? On the one hand, why not? On the other hand, roleplay.
Alpha's rigged
The
the
whole
civilian
time.
ships with explosives.
Oh.
Priority objective remains. Continue to investigate the terminal.
Did those damage our ships? Yeah, so a little bit there. A lot with that one. Well, poop. Stay away from the civilian ships. Ugh. Meanwhile, this guy's right next to one. Okay. I've enjoyed many Lego PS4 games. Yeah, I enjoyed some of the old ones. I haven't played it for a long time. Maybe they'll have multiplayer someday, you know? I do like that it's split screen because I've been playing with my son, so I mean, that's been great. But yeah, I would like some online multiplayer for sure. Alrighty, Judah. Thanks for coming by. Happy battle starring. Hopefully it's happy. I'm a little more cautious. Well, okay, no. Kill those boosters. Slow down, I think. We'll go under this next ship.
Yes,
This
sir.
freighter. Then... Let's see, I think he's clear. Why don't you buzz the tower? Yeah, see if you can see little people inside the windows. Plus, it just look cool to buzz it. It's for effect, just do it. And this guy needs repairs, so we're gonna cease and desist his current operation, which is really just full speed ahead. And I think we'll go ahead and start repairing him. Even though I would have liked to have done more for the Battlestar there, we'll cancel that repair job and start
Launching
repairing
drones.
the belly of the Jaguar, one of our Corvettes. It's called the Jaguar. Okay. Over here on our left flank, the Apollo. Yeah, just get up in there. Our main fleet, excuse me, our main fleet will start diving. Get down there with the Battlestar Galactica anyways.
Understood.
He won't. He'll stay up here by the Corvette he's repairing, by the Jaguar. That will do. Let's see if any more ships explode. As long as they're not ours. That Manticore just slows the hell down and kind of cocks over.
None of the transports are responding to our hails. It's as if they're abandoned.
Well, they're blowing up, so that's good that they're abandoned. My 2 cents. Let's deal with him first. Like, hardly move. Would be great. Oh, dock your Raptor. Well, hell. Let's get the Raptors launched. I didn't notice that. Okay. So we'll get Marines aboard this station. Sure,
Yes,
that makes sense.
Yes, Commander.
They're gonna cancel their plating job and start plating the other side. Because this one is repairing the Jaguar. I feel like I should start slowing down. What's this guy gonna hit? The tower? Okay, so climb. So you're still gonna hit something? Can you climb there? I get it. Maybe just flying so close like that is a little dangerous. I don't think he's going to collide. I believe the game when they're saying we'll destroy your ship, but suppose I'm more concerned about this. You'll still blow up there.
So say
Climb
we all.
harsh and turn to starboard. That does change it, right? Okay. And you don't get so close to that. What if the Galactica blows up? No. Okay. I think that'll do. Here we go.
Commander, multiple Dratus contacts. Hostiles are bearing constant.
Let's get our Raptor aboard the space station ASAP. The terminal. Okay. Just keep the fleet with their turn, because I don't know what else to do with them. I mean, the main ships, anyways.
So say we all.
See, she agrees. Let's see about plating. Looks okay for now, and I think okay is all I'm going for now. Man, okay. Nah, just sit down there by the Galactica.
Yes,
Protect
sir.
it if you have to. I don't know. Where are these enemy ships? Let's check their disposition. Oh, we've identified one. A Nemesis Corvette. I think we can deal with that. Is that the only one we have an ID on? Yes, it is. Okay. Kill the thrusters aboard the Avachinski, maybe? And he'll double back. I think we'll start on the left and move to the right. Maybe. I don't know. The Battlestars are heading the opposite direction. My point is, I guess that I want to send our Corvettes against theirs. And start trying to roll them up from this side. To do that with the Apollo, we need to get close. So we'll fire up the thrusters. Get right up on them. Then hopefully next round we'll be close enough where we can't really mess with our torpedoes. Meanwhile, the Jaguar... Oh man, he still needs repairs.
Yes, Commander.
In a way, it doesn't matter. He can fire his nuke, but I just don't want to accidentally hit the space station. So I guess he'll stay put. Meanwhile, the supply ship will keep effecting repairs. What do you got? Torpedoes, okay. I don't know. Head out to their flank. Bet you're gonna draw some fire, though. Might regret that. That's the... What's the name of that ship? The Grossglockner. The Grossglockner. Or the Grossglockner. Let's call it the Gross. That'll do. I guess. Yeah. I don't know.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
Got incoming missiles. We didn't launch. Did not launch
Marines have been
Vipers.
deployed to the terminal, sir.
Thank you.
IFF confirms unit is hostile.
They're torpedoes. They can be dodged. And so the Avachinsky, one of our corvettes, gonna turn pretty hard to starboard and climb. Guess we got an ID on this ship. Bet it does have more guns on top. Then again, we do want to climb with our corvettes. Yeah, it's got just as many down below. It's a Revenant. A big old gunship. We want to take out that little corvette, though. And so, it's going to be showtime at the Apollo. The Apollo is the name of this corvette. Put them in aggressive posture.
Action stations ready.
Fire those torpedoes, and then kind of get out of there.
Missile tubes
because
prepped.
he's taking a lot of fire from the Revenant. In terms of sending my small ships to their left flank, that Revenant kind of changes things. It's the kind of ship that needs a capital ship to fight it, in my opinion. Or nuke. Jaguars. Yeah, its bottom armor's okay. It's just now its dorsal side, the top of it is trashed. So about the only thing that'll allow it to go into combat here is to climb.
Yes, Commander.
And so he'll do it in the hopes that his ravaged topside isn't visible to the enemy guns. Supply ship will spend like one more turn helping out the Jaguar, but in the interim, it's gonna, I guess, take cover, for lack of a better phrase. We don't want our frigate to hit the space station. Pro tip. Okay, what does our flagship want to do? Oh. There's a Nemesis corvette, virtually untouched. Okay, do I got a clear shot? Yeah, the corvette will get out of the way in time. I better slow him down, though. I don't want him to get hit by this nuke on accident. That would not be good. We are going to fire a nuke at the corvette. That's got to be a one-hit kill. The next round, we're going to have our frigate fire another nuke. We'll launch fighters finally.
Fighters.
Yeah, I should have done that earlier. So far, the only price I'll pay is the fact that they've got torpedoes that my fighters aren't intercepting. But torpedoes are unguided, so fingers crossed that they just miss. Let's deal with a Glockner. Gross, that's what I said I'd call it. Well, we got a nuke heading for that. I almost think he should curve over here a bit and, why not? Fire some torpedoes. Maybe they'll hit. Probably not. Just a little something. Maybe we get that ship back there to turn. Get it to maneuver so it's not making a beeline anymore. Is there anything else we need to do? Repairs. I guess I can cancel repairs on the one ship and start putting extra plating on our Battlestar. Where at on the Battlestar? What's its weakest point? The rear, really. Right now, it's below the enemy. So let's do the top. And where is the other supply ship? No, I said you'd keep doing that for one round. Okay. Alright, I guess what I want to see is whether or not any of my ships get hit by these torpedoes. And it's showtime at the Apollo on the left side to see if those torpedoes hit. They might not.
Missiles incoming! Mantador
They
is
miss.
taking damage.
The Apollo did hit a few times, but
Marines have
damn.
friendly contacts.
The Apollo's
Hundreds
getting
of
messed
them.
up.
Alpha
What?
team is on speaker.
Give me your comms, Marine. This is Praetor Agathon of the Caprican Legionnaires.
Hey,
Sam! Thank the gods you're alive.
Lena? You're telling me my little sisters come to save the day? Look, I know you've got questions, but there are civs down there. Tell whoever's in charge we need to evacuate the terminal immediately.
You tell the commander of the Galactica to evacuate the terminal. He's already linked up there. So I guess she's not the commander. I was thinking that Sam Agathon was the commander of the Galactica. I'm wrong. It probably is Silas Nash. She seems like she's an infantry commander. Or Marines, I guess, in this case. Okay. Time to go through the rounds. Let's see. The Apollo's about done. It's too little too late, but we're going to put them in defensive mode.
All hands on
Defensive
deck.
posture, I should say. Boy, either that or he just... No, there's no getting away from the guns on that Revenant. So I'll turn my attention to the damaged Jaguar. That's not his name. His name's just the Jaguar. He'll
So
keep
say we
climbing,
all.
keep moving ahead, and fire a nuke. I don't know that one nuke will destroy a Revenant. I sure as hell hope it will. To help seal the deal, we'll put all these guys in offensive
Firing
posture
solutions updated.
and get their forward guns on that. I mean, they're just Corvettes, but it's better than nothing.
Action stations.
And their forward guns got a little punch, I guess. God, there's another Revenant, though. He doesn't want to fall into the same trap that the Apollo did. Now, I really don't have to worry about the Corvette other than the fact that it's hacking us. Truly, what's going to destroy the Apollo is that Revenant. I hate to act like it's a foregone conclusion, but it's a foregone conclusion. Hey, Plaz, how are you this evening? Good to see you, man. I do hope it will be. I'm afraid. But I hope it will be. Wait, what happened there? Where am I? I wonder what did happen here. It's almost like they fired a salvo of missiles and they must have not all connected. So a couple of them are circling the ship, trying to get a bearing. They'll find it. Those things have fuel, I guess. Our left side is all torn up. Evidence of the missiles that already hit. I guess we just gotta turn away. And hope that works. I don't know. Should we climb? It makes no difference. Neither our top or bot. Actually, I'll climb. I We've got a nuke out. The nuke is heading towards their Corvette. They keep revealing ships. They're launching a hell of a lot of fighters. Oh, no wonder. They've got one of these Cerberus. I can't remember. Of course, I think Rob was just talking about like proper Roman, and I call Caesar Caesar, not Kaiser. So I'm comfortable with it. I can hardly say that, but yeah, it's a three-headed dog, if I remember correctly, yeah. Cerberus. I'll mumble it. That'll make it sound like I know what I'm saying. Okay, nuke's out, so the frigate, it's called the Venus, will just kind of speed up. She's got a nuke too. I don't want to fire it so close to the station, but I do want to fire it ultimately, obviously. And I think I want to fire it at that. Okay, so I'm fairly satisfied with what's going on that side. Make sure my supply ships are... No, he's not. He should cancel and then deploy plating on their rear. I can... No, I can't use the Galactica. Okay. I'd like to. Might need to. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to let it go, and I'm going to focus on the Apollo, because I'm afraid it may not be in this fight much longer. My suspicions, I don't know, be proven false or true right now.
Taking damage.
Come on, get out of range. Their Corvette just got hit by a
Galactica crew
nuke.
is inbound to Big Bird. You need to give them time to spool up and jump out of here. I'm still on the station. The Cylons have been holding on to something here. Give me time to check it out.
What? Just get off the station. Get on the ship. What if you give me time? He's off playing Columbo. I think I might almost be out of range. I don't want to leave defensive posture, though. I mean, there's part of me that's thinking, like, just fire up the boosters, but to do that, you have to drop your posture. The Corvette below me doesn't have any guns on its top side, so I'm not worried about that. Although he is hacking me, I don't care about that. Although somebody else is going to have to take him out. Our nuke is about to hit the Revenant. These these are in bad
On it,
shape.
Commander.
This one is not. He's got a nuke as well. Well, we'll see if the first one does the trick. Man, I'm so tempted. They're going to collide, okay. But he's got to cross over. We'll just have this one climb. It's like, I'm tempted to fire the other nuke, but I don't know. That one might be all it takes. Either way, this guy's got to get into defensive posture. And he's going to attempt to withdraw. I think he'll also repair his... Two of them need it, but
yes,
engineering. Sir. I'm surprised Apollo is still in one piece. Oh, wait a minute. So, was she saying the Galactica is underway now? Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, that makes a difference. Okay, so I want it to fire up its thrusters, turn to starboard, launch fighters,
Launching Raptors.
launch everything you got. Hold on missiles till we're clear of the station, and then I'll fire missiles. See what supply ships are doing. Still buffing our flagship, which is good. Flagship already exhausted its nuke. I think he'll get into an offensive posture, setting condition 1 throughout the ship. Turn to starboard. And that'll work. Our frigate has a nuke it can fire, right? And I said it was going to fire at the Arachne. So it will turn.
Understood.
And fire that. Actually, yeah, the Arachne. Oh, I don't know, that gunship. Of course, can I hit that without hitting the... I think I can. That gunship might be the way to go. Nah, we'll clean up the right flank. And they've got fighters out. But so do we. I worry that their fighters might intercept these nukes. Speaking of which, we need to transfer another one from our supply ship to the Kunlun, to the flagship.
Supply Raptors are ready.
God, these supply ships should almost bolt. They've got no business being this close to the Cylons. Actually, this one could load its nuke aboard the Galactica. No, we'll just keep going the route we are. And in terms of fighter squadrons, I kind of want them to do their thing, but I'll at least get them off of defending their ships so much. I'll split it half and half. Half will keep defending. Half will try to intercept enemy fighters. Okay, well, goodness, there's a few things that I want to see. I want to see whether this nuke hits the Revenant. I also want to see if the Apollo gets out of range of the Revenant's guns. Yeah, I want to see if any of these 3 Corvettes will blow up here. I'm worried about that. It's going to be the Jaguar, where over here is the Apollo. There's the Avashinsky too, but it's not as deep a doo-doo. Here we go.
Manticore is taking damage.
We get it?
Manticore, down.
Not good.
Well, incoming.
Yeah. So we lost the Jaguar. It did deliver its nuke, though, right? Was it? It was the one that fired a nuke, I believe. Yes, it was. Oh, man, this thing's just barely hanging on. I hate to use a nuke on them. I'm not going to. I'm going to use the nuke on that. I'm also going to speed up and get the hell over there. Try to get out of range of its guns. Something else needs to take care of that Revenant on the flank. I think those are, with the loss of the Jaguar, that's all I've got on my left flank. I don't think his gun can finish this off. Fairly certain it won't. This is on console. It's on Xbox, but I would assume it's on PlayStation as well because it's not a Microsoft entity. But yeah, it is on PC, and I think the PC game might run a little better. I mean, you do run into situations with the console, at least the last gen console, um, where you got too much going on and the frames per second suffer. Almost like my mental capabilities suffer when there's too much going on this. I can't tell you how many times I overlook stuff. So his thrusters are on. Well, I'd like to turn off the thrusters. Get you turned a little to starboard, and what are you shooting at? Actually, get an aggressive posture. And fire at... I almost want to say sure. I mean, that's what he wants to fire at. I guess, but I'd almost rather you hit this. Yeah, we've got a nuke headed out toward that. So let's... Oh, shit, we're boarded? Okay. Switch posture to defensive.
Action
That'll
stations.
get more Marines to try to repel boarders. I believe the flagship here is being supplied with another nuke. Yes, it is. Okay. So that'll give it another shot. The frigate is out of ordnance, sort of. It fired its nuke, and I think I want to restock it with just regular guided missiles. So restock munitions. Restock guy. Okay, you're the one delivering the nuke. Gotcha. How about you? Yeah, the Venus. So that's right. You're doing that? I don't know why I just got confused, but did he accept the order? I think he did. Restock munitions. Cancel restock guided missile. Okay, just making sure I didn't. I don't know what would happen if I tried to restock the flag or the flagship because it's already getting a nuke. It's like competing delivery guys. I don't know who would win. Damn! Look what they're doing to this poor guy. The Grossglockner is in a bad way. He is on a defensive posture. Man, it's a lot of enemy fighters on him. What are you doing? Yeah, you're attacking the Raider squadron. Everybody do that real quick. It gets into micromanagement kind of tedium here. But I'm just wondering, maybe, I should throw everything I have at them. I almost want to say even the big ships, even though their guns maybe aren't cut out for it. Actually, Battlestar's guns might be cut out for it here. So all that jazz about firing at the gunship, forget that for now. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just worried that those fighters are going to take out the Grossglockner. What a name. They'll take out the Gross, and then they'll be on the other side of my fleet and have their way with supply ships. I see bad things. As for you, let's have you board them. If they want to do this boarding business, two can play at that game. Scratch that. They've got a lot of fighters. Board him. Alright. Man. Is that really the shape that I'm left with? Or the situation that I'm left with? You're firing your nuke, but not at the ship that's destroying you. Okay. Yeah, this all makes sense. Let's do this.
Manticore is taking damage.
Yep, the gross just blew up. There, we got a nuke out. Our nuke has hit their, I want to say it was called an Arachne class.
On it, Commander.
It's kind of an all-purpose warship, the Arachne. You're still taking fire, so keep running, but do that. Dive. This ship just needs to get out of here. I mean, so now their fire control and their armory are both offline. They really can't take another hit. Luckily, I mean, they still have some navigation going on, but they really just need to break contact with that guy. Although, now that I recall, contact will be broken as soon as that nuke finds its target. So the Avashinsky might actually save the day
On it,
here,
Commander.
whether the Avashinsky survives this barrage or not. And he might survive, because the enemy gunship is turning away, heading for the main fleet. That's... Okay, back to the main fleet. What are you doing? Got your guns on that, and that's fine. What kind of shape is this thing in? It took a nuke, but it survived, obviously. So, no, some of these are heavy raider squadrons. So those are the type that try to board us. We're already dealing with boarders on the flagship. There's only 10 more Cylons on the flagship. We still have 202 Marines fighting them. We have another nuke on deck. Don't want to fire it at the same ship. I think we'll... Man. As much as I wish I guess I wish there was something I could do about their fighters. But I don't know what that would be. Huh. Like, I'm thinking desperate, like, would there be a way to use my flak cannons on them? But they'd only attack my bigger ships if my fighters were shot down, I believe. I mean, I say that even though they already shot down or destroyed a Corvette. I don't know. The Galactica's got missiles at the ready, so let's fire them. They're just regular missiles. Not the nuclear kind. But they'll fire them at that and the... Well, no, they won't, because guns are targeting that. So cancel. Fire them at... That gunship's fine, yeah. Flagship has another nuke at the ready as well. Okay, how is the situation? I'm almost more interested in the situation with these Corvettes, which is odd considering I'm using the Galactica for once here. Has that nuke connected yet? No, it hasn't. Well, Otto, that's because you're taking so damn long in between turns. But man, there's so many boxes to check, you know? I'm gonna kind of, well, maybe I'd keep that in the background. I want to see this damn thing get hit. Yep, that'll work.
Squadron has gone
Oh,
dark.
hell. Those missiles are gonna do in the
Missiles
Apollo.
incoming!
Man.
Terminal is evacuated and marked priority objective. Tell your boss you can blow it sky high, little sister.
You can't be serious.
Networked Cylon terminals are laced throughout the entire station. Every single one is targeting the Aegis relay with bulk uploads of garbage data. Destroy this network, and I can take you straight to Avalon.
I mean, she should have said that out the gate. Instead, she's like, you should destroy the station. That'd be pretty awesome. Yeah, he's not gonna survive this. Oh, yeah, guns are offline. Well, that sucks. The Avashinsky came over here to save that ship, and it's just not in the cards. Get into an offensive posture since we're above this guy and start shooting him. Hopefully before he can fire missiles at us aboard the Avashinsky. I guess showtime's over at the Apollo. They're getting swept off stage. Okay, back to the main fleet. I feel like our fighters are just overwhelmed with enemies. They've got these heavy raiders coming in. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do my desperate move there. And part of that will entail pulling our fighters out. Actually, you know what? Just assign a red squadron. So really, we've only got 5 squadrons left. 2 of which are Raptors, so 3 fighter squadrons. Okay. Either way, we're moving them all that way to get them clear of our flak. I think. Now I'm thinking maybe I should have them dock, and that would better protect them. But no, they got to be firing flak right now because they're about to get boarded. So yeah, fire flak off the port side. We'll have our frigate get the hell out of that. He might get hit a little bit. We'll have the Galactica fire flak. Port side. I guess. I don't know if it'll make a difference or not. We've boarded this ship, but our Marines are outnumbered. We're going to leave them there. Have our Raptor come over here. And I think that's it. Now, man, what do I want to watch? The flak or... I gotta watch this. I'll find out next round what happened with the flak. You know, just to verify that I get good intel off of that. I'm gonna see what kind of condition their fighter squadrons are in. I don't think this will do a lot, and I'm half concerned. Hell, good enough. Let's just see this. Yeah, that's bad. But that's good.
Centurions have boarded a Battlestar.
We lost the
Centurions have
Apollo,
boarded a
but they
Battlestar.
lost their little Corvette. Corvette for Corvette, I guess. Honestly, it's more like two of ours for one of theirs. Okay, what is happening on this side? Damn, yeah, all of their fighters broke away.
Understood.
Fuck it, recall our fighters. Like land. I mean, otherwise we're just gonna lose them anyway. They're so outnumbered.
Recalling
Yeah,
squadron.
I'm just gonna recall them all, and I'm hopeful that the God, you should probably leave your flak cannons on. Just for a second.
So say we all.
He's probably gonna get hit by those. There's nothing he can do about it. Yeah. No. Kill the flak. Let's want our fighters back aboard. Cancel flak. And maybe fire a nuke. Keep the guns on that. Put the guns of the Galactica on that. And yeah, honestly, we'll have. No, the Venus did just fire. Okay, we'll have you fire that nuke. Not at him though. At him back here.
Nuclear strike prepared.
And puts you in defensive posture as well. That'll have to do. Our supply ships. One of them still has a nuke. Now, what fired a nuke? And is now empty. I want to say it's the flagship. Wow. They keep boarding the flagship with more and more Centurions. They have 146 of them aboard our flagship right now. We have too shy of 200 in terms of Marines, but that kind of sucks. Okay. Well, here we go.
Adamant is taking damage. Celestial is
Every
taking
single
damage.
one of those hit. Okay, the nuke is away. For a second I was worried it was going to hit our own frigate, but apparently it was a lot lower. What are they firing those guided missiles at? Supply ship, definitely. Well, before you die, would you be so kind as to send those missiles over to the flagship? After all, you don't want to blow up and lose all those missiles, too. And otherwise, I guess speed up and do your best evasion possible. What are these guys doing? Hopefully they're going to follow these fighters in. Oh wow, they've already destroyed 2 fighter squadrons. Haven't they? Yep. Wow, that sucks. That really sucks. Well, let's see. You can fire missiles, and you can fire missiles, and two ships can fire. Meanwhile, what's happening out here on what is left of our left flank? Oh yeah, that's right. That ship was hit by a nuke. The enemy ship. So the Avashinsky is out here kind of all alone. I guess he can repair his armory. He doesn't have any missiles. There's not much he can do.
System repairs underway.
But he'll turn around and
Yes,
get ready to
Commander.
head back into the fight. I think getting in a defensive posture is probably for the best.
All hands on deck.
Yeah, he'll see about getting back out there. And now we're going to get hit by a lot of missiles. It appears that the Galactica is going to take some missiles, probably from the stern. And it also appears that the Merumati supply ship is about to get hit pretty hard. It will probably take this hit, though. But nonetheless, it's trying to veer out of there. Meanwhile, we've got a nuke out heading towards one of their gunships, which is pursuing us. And I'm hoping that doesn't get intercepted by their various fighter squadrons, of which they have several. Here goes.
Adamant is
Their
taking
body
damage.
turning off. Getting hit with each and every one of those. Oh, nice. So their closest gunship got hit. That was another one of their gunships, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. What was that? Oh, it's a civilian freighter. Okay. I guess it just got hit in the crossfire. Cannot believe this Arachne is still in the fight. And it's not necessarily one of the harder targets. I hadn't thought, anyways. Our frigate's starting to show signs that it needs to get out of here. So it's going to turn away, get into defensive posture. It'll probably cruise off with the Miramati. Which, is... because the Miramati can repair it. In fact, they better cancel their deploy plating there and start deploying plating to our frigate. Let's see. I guess its top side needs the most. Boy, their fighters are coming in.
Understood.
They truly seem to be coming after our Raptor squadron, but after that, I imagine they would be hitting the supply ships or our frigate. How are the boarding actions going? Well, we're winning, but our hangar is kind of serving as collateral damage. That sucks. In fact, we're going to start repairing that immediately. I don't know how we do that in the middle of a firefight, but we're doing it in the middle of a firefight. Okay. What about this particular supply ship? You can stop deploying plating there and deploy plating on the frigate. And you'll repair the stern. Well, I think that's about all I can do. After this short one, I'm going to take a quick break. Use the restroom, all that good stuff. It's not good stuff. It's just a bodily function. Okay, let's see what happens.
Celestra is taking damage. Missiles incoming!
Ouch. So they're going after the Celestras. And this Celestra still has a nuke aboard, which we really want to use. Are you getting restocked? You're not, are you? Okay. So let's get that nuke aboard them. And then also, let's speed up, try to get away from the fighters and dive.
Yes, sir.
I don't know if this is going to work. We'll have the flagship slow down and start up its flak on the starboard side. I don't know if this nuke's going to make it aboard the ship that's going to be carrying it. Might either get destroyed by those fighters or by our own flak. See if the frigate can... No, fire control's offline. What the hell? Are we boarded?
Yes,
Better
sir.
launch your Raptors, because you're in pretty bad shape, and I'm not sure you'll survive. Switch to defensive posture. And get fire control back online. You're about to get hit again. That's the Galactica. Have we destroyed that Arachne? Yes, we have. Either that or it jumped. I don't feel like they can pass the gunship. I don't know if it's got any guns behind it.
So
It
say we
might.
all.
It'll be a miracle if the Avashinsky gets back into the fight. Or if it just has part 2 with that gunship and maybe the gunship gets the better of her. I don't know. Damn, this just isn't going as well as I had hoped. Anyhow, I said it last time, I mean it this time. No, in fact, I should take my break right now. Stand by, I'll be back. Because if I don't, then I'll let the next part play out and I'll have too much to say about what happened. That's my thinking on the matter. So I'm going to step away for a second. I want to thank the few of you that are here. Much appreciated. It's, like I always say, it's not a game for everybody. But if you like strategy, it's a fairly good game. Especially when you look at what's available on console. Anyways, if you got to go, please be well. And otherwise, I will talk to you in 1 or 2 minutes here. Alright. I have 420 subs. Can I just cap it there? I'm comfortable with that. Hunter, how you doing, by the way? Good to see you, man. Okay, so I think that was the end of my long-winded explanation for what I was doing this turn. I don't remember it now. Oh yeah, we're gonna fire off flak. Yes, we are. There's more, another heavy raider squadron. Those are the ones that have borders. No doubt they're heading for the flagship. And yes, they have outnumbered us. Holy shit. Well. Okay. This just isn't going my way, but nonetheless, here goes.
Missiles incoming!
The flak slowed everything down.
Adamant is taking damage.
Holy shit, are they actually flying through the flak? I mean, so did the Celestra, and it messed up the Celestra, But yes, they're in the middle of it. I don't know what to do with the Celestra. Its navigations are out, so I guess nothing. It just keeps going. And somehow is that right? The Raptor Squadron with the missiles. I don't know. I just know that I don't know. Maybe I did mess up with the resupply. Honestly. Oh man. I gotta keep that flak going. I thought about launching fighters, but they're attacking that incoming ordnance. That's good. These guys, I guess, have to put up some kind of last stand because they can't run any further. Well, no, their guns are offline. What can I say? I think this might have been the wrong fleet to do this with. Not bad, just coming home from work. Right on, nice. So things are looking up. I think the Battlestar is going to turn hard starboard, get its posture on offensive again. Fire those guided missiles at him.
Missile tubes prepped.
Meanwhile, aim the guns at that one. These guys, they're in such bad shape, and they've got that salvo coming in at them. That's not great. And honestly, this whole time, the Cylons have another ship that I haven't even been able to identify yet. I don't know how much it's participating. Maybe it's a supply ship. Maybe it's a bigger ship. I don't know. I do like what happened here. I don't know how this will unfold for the Celestra, but she's gonna start repairing her navigation. And here we go. You saw the frames per second too with the flag. That's always great fun.
Celestra is taking damage. Adamant is taking damage. Adamant down.
Adamant is down. That's this guy. Yeah, I'd say he's down. Little Raptor was not able to shoot down all those missiles. Meanwhile, their squadrons I don't know. I might have destroyed. No, I think they had 4 squadrons. They might need to send 2 of them back to repair. I guess they'll just do what they do. This supply ship is done. There's nothing else they can do. Well, I hate to cancel the flak, but cancel the flak because we need to fire this nuke. I didn't realize we had a nuke. What at, though? I feel like our guns can deal with this. Whereas the Cerebus might need something more. I also feel like since our flagship does have a overwhelming boarding party on it, we better fire the nuke now before we are just unable to fire anything. Because that's what will happen. They'll just get us in a situation where this ship's dead in the water. Or if I'm not careful, they get to destroy it. But right now we're trying to repair our hangar. We have fighters aboard, but we can't launch them because of, at least I don't think we can. No. What if we stop repairing? Like, yeah, okay. I guess, at least to get the fighters off of the ship, so they're doing something.
Manticore is taking damage.
Damn.
Missiles incoming.
Well, at least a few of their ships blew up. So too did our frigate and our last supply ship. That leaves us with 3 ships, really. The Galactica, the Kunlun, which is our flagship, and is boarded by the enemy, and this ship over here, which is barely hanging on, honestly. I don't see, the Avashinsky is kind of already done all it's going to do. If the supply ship had survived, it could have given more missiles to the Avashinsky, but that would entail the 2 of them linking up more or less. And I don't think that was in the cards. Or if it, yeah, it just wasn't, because our supply ships are gone. So that's that, I suppose. Galactica's about to get hit by
Yes,
by
Commander.
missiles, but we'll fire off flak on the starboard side and hope that it catches some of them. Torpedoes, I should say, not missiles. We've got a nuke out. They've got plenty of fighters to intercept it. But honestly, it looks like all their fighters are trying to return and land so they can get repairs. There's 1 fresh squadron coming out, but 3 heading back. Okay. As for our flagship, wow. They're hitting all of our systems now. We need to get into a defensive posture.
Action
Again.
stations.
We only have 5 Marines left, and there's 214 Cylons aboard. Let's repair. I don't know. Hangar's
System
the only one
repairs
that got down to
underway.
0. Turn the ship so that our guns are facing them, but I don't think it'll be able to use its guns. Okay. Oh yeah, the flak is... It mostly worked. Mostly. And they've got another salvo coming in. Oh shit, is he firing at the Corvette? Little guy, you need to get out of here. We'll keep the flak up for this salvo. I think the next thing he fires will be, yeah, that is to say, if does Galactica have missiles? Yes. It's got guided missiles anyways. The next thing they'll fire will be a salvo at this. We need to get up above it. That sucks. We'll start climbing real slow like. And yeah, flak stays on. Let's get into defensive posture. And here it goes.
Manticore is taking damage.
Okay. So we got through that salvo. I really am. I'm like totally sacrificing the Caprican fleet just for the Galactica. Shit, all systems are down. We've got to repair the CIC before anything. So our flagship is effectively out of the fight. All they can do is get hit by things at this point. That leaves the Galactica to do this. Because truly there's nothing this Corvette can do. Short of ramming the enemy, which he may prime himself to do eventually, but not. He's just too far away now. And I'm never fond of ramming the enemy, but sometimes you have to. Okay, so we can kill the flak, yes. And fire our turrets at this. Fire our guided missiles at this damaged Revenant. I think.
Missile tubes prepped.
I don't think it's going to do it because the real vulnerable part of the Revenant is its top side, I want to say. Yep. That's why I alluded to the idea that I needed to be above her. Or needed to climb anyways with the Galactica, which will take a while. Maybe, just maybe. If it doesn't get intercepted, these guys can get up there and fire missiles. They have 4 of them anyways. Rockets really smaller than the missiles. Okay, here goes.
Firing solution is online.
What are they firing? Torpedoes at our Corvette. All sorts of stuff at the Corvette. Corvette's not meant to survive this, I don't think. Alright. Top and front. That's where it's got most of its armor. Oh, hell, we're supposed to blow up Caprica Terminal as well. I do not know about this. Flagship is still dead in the water. I think it's going to be. I don't think the flagship's getting back into this battle. I'll be lucky if it survives, to be honest. Okay. Well, let's see.
Missiles incoming!
Get my guns back online now.
Subsystem is back online.
None of those hit. Are we doing any damage to that? Not really. We'll get into offensive posture. Focus fire on that and continue to climb to try to get that gunship's attention. I just don't... Oh, wait, fire your rockets at that. Honestly, just generally attack that thing. I know it's just a raptor, but every little bit helps, I suppose. We'll turn... No, our most armored side is our front and top. This is not gonna work. But we're hoping to survive this salvo of missiles. Not to mention the fact that Revenant is gonna tear us to shreds. So the Avashinsky, you've had a good career in this, but it's over, I think.
Manticore is taking damage. We've lost a Manticore, sir.
Yeah, we have. It's over. I mean, it's gotta be, I think. Yeah, those raptors aren't gonna make a difference here. Let's find out what that thing was. Because really, there's nothing else I can do.
Centurions have boarded a Battlestar. Jupiter is taking damage.
Yeah, she is. Let's get into a defensive posture. We'll fire a flag just to try to get some of those rockets or torpedoes. There's no way we're punching through the bottom of that thing. Not in one turn, we're not. And now they're boarding us. Or at least they're boarding the Galactica. Yes, I did notice that we destroyed one of those Cerebus ships. But, like, that one's in perfect condition. Whatever ship this was, it's not a supply ship because it's been firing missiles. All right.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Frames per second, can't handle the flak. Alright, they stopped the missiles. Cancel the flak. Fire control is offline. Unreal. Okay, I'll repair it. Man.
Jupiter is taking damage.
Oh, it's just a Cylon Battlestar over there, that's all. And the way he's hammering into the... It's over. It is over. Well, I don't think this stream's gonna make it on the playlist. Because I don't think I'm winning this battle. Our flagship is pretty much done. We'll see what happens with the Galactica, and then I'll surrender it.
Squadron has gone dark. Jupiter is taking damage.
There's nothing we can do. Can't even fire missiles, really. I could cancel the repair, but then fire control would be operating out of 1 out of 20. So what? 5% of its regular capacity, meaning it would only fire 1 guided missile instead of a salvo of them, and 1 isn't going to do it. And these guys are firing just 1 after the other. Although some of those might hit the space station, but it's neither here nor there. We lost the battle.
Jupiter is taking damage.
And some of those did hit the space station.
Friendly unit is down.
What a mess. What a clusterfuck. Well, that's a failed mission, folks. I think I'll run the replay, and then I'll be back with you shortly.
Escort priority 1, still online. Escort clearance zone is active.
Target acquisition is through. Give me manual controls now.
Harbor breach! Firing on target. Solution updated. Target acquisition.
Set secondary battery. Full attack mode. Fire at will. Keep your target locked and watch for clearance. Adjusting shot by .06. Fire!
They breach plating. Fire control machines are online.
Surprised the replay can handle this without getting all choppy. Oh, I jinxed it. Damn, losing those supply ships, like, I don't know. The whole thing was bad decision after bad decision. Starting with the idea that that fleet could do it. I don't know, I take that back. Maybe that fleet can do it, especially now that I know the disposition of the enemy forces. They won't Since it's a core mission, I don't think they'll change it.
Fire execution is online.
But yeah, like that thing. Hell, I didn't know one of those was in play.
Get my guns back online now.
That's the captain of the flagship saying, "Get my guns back online." This is not gonna happen, Commander Watterson.
Back to your seat. Don't let me down now.
Oh yeah, that's choppy as hell.
You've lost cluster control.
Yeah, we got one of them. I'll be lucky if one of these days the game doesn't crash on the replay.
Thrusters around. Fuel lines 245 are decompressing.
That's it. Ouch. Oh, let's restore. Don't restore the battle, because I think that'll do it. Taking all the beating that I can for one night. Now, if I had it to do again, which I will, if I'm using the same fleet, then I do the same thing with the capital ships. I link them up with Galactica, but I would send all of my corvettes to the left flank with one supply ship, and they'd nuke that Nemesis first, knock it out. They'd go long, right from the outset, just so those ships show up, that they're close enough that our radar picks them up, our DRADIS picks them up, and then, nuke the corvette, fire 2 nukes at the gunship that's next to it, and then drive in on the big ship and ram if they have to. But all the while, our capital ships hold the line on the right. So yeah, still divide my forces, but knowing what to anticipate, I think will give me an edge next time. This time, I did not have said edge. But I think that'll do it. Been at it for a couple hours. Yeah, we will revisit this. And yeah, making a playlist of it eventually, which means I gotta dig back because I've been playing this game for a few years. Missions like this, just they're not gonna make it. I might as well put in the one that progresses the story. Nonetheless, it's not like I'm gonna delete the video. Gotta show everything, warts and all. Anyhow, folks, I still enjoyed myself. As part and parcel of Battlestar Galactica. You couldn't say they were winning very often. Anyways, I want to thank everybody that spent the evening over here. Hunter, Plasman, Judah, Death Rabbit, much obliged to you all. And any lurkers out there, or anybody that watches later. This is Automatic for Automatic Games. If you like this sort of thing, there's a button for that. And if you subscribe to this kind of stuff, there's a button for that too. I will talk to you soon. Have a great evening. Good night. Frackin' toasters. Not you guys, the robots.